Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making moussaka. Moussaka is traditional Turkish and Greek recipe. Its main ingredients are eggplants, aubergines. You can use courgettes and potatoes. So the first thing we need to do, we're also going to need mince for it as well. But first thing we need to do is peel your aubergines, your eggplants, by stripping them so you get that pajama effect. Then you need to soak them up in water and put salt over them. I've already put some salt and they've been here for about 20 minutes now. By doing this, because they're like sponges, if you go to fry them, they will soak up a lot of oil. But if you do this, prepare it this way first of all, then you're not going to get them to soak up any oil. So that's the first thing to do. I've got 3 aubergines cut up in slices like that and soaked them up. So that's your aubergines, eggplants out the way. Then I've got 2 courgettes that I've sliced up as well to use. I've chopped up 1 large potato in slices like so, and then we're going to need minced meat. I've got 1 chopped up onion, and I've also got parsley, fresh parsley chopped up. Then we're going to need tomato puree and tinned tomatoes, olive oil, and then we're going to make a bechamel sauce to go on top, which we're going to need butter, flour and milk. So now I'm going to drain off my aubergines and then I'll come back. Now then, I have drained my aubergines. I'm going to be using the silex machine to brown off my vegetables, but you can just put a little bit of olive oil either into a baking tray and put it in the oven, or you can put it in a frying pan and just fry them that way. So once you've brushed your surface with olive oil, then place your vegetables on top, and we're going to just slightly brown them off. Just brush them with a little bit of olive oil, and then we'll cook them. Okay, as you can see, in no time your vegetables are done. So what you want to do is take these off and put the rest on, your potatoes and the rest of your courgettes. Vegetables are done. So now I'm going to take these out and start on our mince. A little bit of olive oil into it. And we'll add our minced meat. Which we're going to add our chopped up onions. So 1 chopped up onion goes into it. Now if you wanted, you could put garlic as well. So if you wanted to grate or just do 1 clove of garlic, you could do, but I'm not going to be using garlic today. So we just want to fry these a little while. Tomato puree, and also tinned tomatoes. These are homemade tomatoes that we've made. You could use fresh tomatoes if you wanted to. We're going to be adding our seasoning. Even though I've got parsley to add in, I always like to add my parsley in last. I think it holds that fragrance a bit more. So I'm just going to turn this down on a low heat and put my seasoning, which is salt, black pepper, chili flakes, and I've got some fresh oregano here. I think that really does bring out flavour. You can add rosemary, you can add in thyme. It's up to you. But this is my way of doing it. We can just add in a little bit of water. Not a lot, just a little bit. So it's like having a bolognese sauce. Right, we'll put the lid on, leave it to simmer 5 minutes. After having put the lid on and let it just simmer 5 minutes, just going to turn it off and add my parsley into it. Chopped up parsley, just give it all a mix and put it aside. So I've done a layer of potatoes into my dish. I'm just gonna, not a lot, just a little bit of the mince filling on top of your potatoes. You don't have to have potatoes, you can do just eggplants, aubergines, or with just courgettes, or you could even add carrot. I've just layered another layer. Again, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on top of them. Now, there's no measurements in this. You can just do it as much or as little as you want. You know, it's all down to you. And then I'm just going to put in my final layer on. Like I said, you can make it as thick or as little of the sauce that you want. You can do a lot more and just do layer by layer. I mean, you can do like potato, mince, courgettes, mince, aubergines, mince, potatoes again on top. It's entirely up to you guys. Okay, for our sauce now, we just put some butter into our pan. Let that melt. Now, the way we've done our mixture, you could put that in a saucepan, cover it up with a little bit of water and just simmer it away, and you can have it just like that. But if you want to put it in the oven with a nice creamy sauce on top, this is the way to do it. It's melted, we don't want to burn it. We now add in flour. And we just fry our flour in with the butter. Just slowly add in some cold milk and keep mixing it up quickly. And then as soon as it starts taking it, add a bit more. We just gradually add in cold milk, mixing it up, and just gradually adding more into it, mixing it up, getting rid of all the lumps. Now, if I was going to make loads, a bigger pot, then I do use a hand mix to mix it up with, because it is tiring. But this isn't too bad, so just keep mixing it up and add it to a whisk. But like I said, if you've got an electric one, by all means go ahead and use an electric one, because it is a bit of hard work. This is the hardest part. Like I said, normally if I am making a lot of it, then I do use electric whisk. Now, we haven't put any seasoning into this, so we'll just go ahead and put some salt and a little bit of black pepper. Also grated some cheddar cheese, but you can do Parmesan cheese, you can do halloumi cheese. You can leave it out completely, but I like to have a bit of cheese in mine. So I'm going to a little bit more for it to thicken up. Right, as you can see, it's starting to bubble up, so now I'll turn it off. Just give it a quick mix and add in my cheese. Like I said, this is optional. Just to add some cheese. I'm just going to leave just a little bit, just a handful, and I'm going to put that on top of it. So give this a mix. Let's get our dish closer. And then pour this lovely mixture on top. equally distribute it on top. And then all I'm going to do next is just put that last bit of cheese on top. Go into oven 180 degrees until it's browned off and cooked. Okay, here we are. It's still bubbling away. 40 minutes later, I've got it out. You need to leave it to rest for at least 20 minutes to half hour. I mean, you can cut it now. It's a bit like shepherd's pie. You cut it and it sort of spreads onto your plate. If you leave it for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then cut it, it just comes out better. So I'm just going to let it rest for 20 minutes. Okay. Like I said, the longer you just leave it to rest, the better it will dish up. Like so. Like I said, if you leave it to cool down, I left it for about 15 minutes. If you leave it for half hour, it would be a lot better. And then you just all the flavourings all together. You just go ahead. It really does smell lovely, guys. Hot. And that's moussaka, cooked in the oven. As I said, you can leave it in the pot and cook it without putting this cream sauce on top. Just cover it with water and a low heat until all the flavours come together. If you want to put this bechamel sauce on top, this is the way to do it. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you give it a go. Take care until next time, guys. Stay home, be safe. Bye for now.